workshop and you don't have time, it's your night of your bowling league? I mean, really, come on. Right? So, do I want to listen to that? What's my answer?
No.
Of course not. So I need to handle that now. Right? Okay. So you want to find out what's causing all this?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Now right here, you're getting into some decision-making stuff. So I move a little bit closer. So I get it for all the hardcore CBP people. You may start with a posterior thoracic. I'm looking at him right here because he's a CBP instructor. There's some other CBP people in here, advanced certified. It's all good. We're starting with this with the principle. Can I have you guys step up here? So what I want to do is I want to put the most skeptical person closest to me. So what I do is have a seat. We already went through this last time. Let's say we already have great rapport with him. He brought a spouse. It's all good. So who would potentially be the most skeptical person? So as they get up, and where do they go? What am I going to do? Do I get up? So I watch where he goes, and I'm going to come right over here. Now I know a great tool is Posture Ray. How many people have Posture Ray? Really important tool. Posture Ray, a lot of times they put a monitor on your desk. I would not do it on the desk. I would mount it, and I would stand like this. I wouldn't do it at a desk because the key to really creating impression, where does the meaning of everything have to end up? In there? Body, that means you create an experience by the way you touch them. And if they're seated, you're not going to be able to touch them the same. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I would do it standing. So I would say, so here we go, here's an off curve, right? Here's another one, here's yours. And I would say 110% loss. Put an arc or a curve, we'll put an arc today. Now I'm going to go through the 4 questions rather quickly. I'd say, here's an normal curve of the neck, here's yours, what do you see? Right, his is opposite, what's yours? Oh, sorry, what do you see?
His is opposite.
Okay, so they both have to answer the questions. Why? Why do they both have to answer the questions? So we align, create an objective, but whatever they say, remember they're more committed to. Okay, so they gave the right answers. Okay, it's going the wrong way. So the opposite way. What that means is we have a good, strong, healthy curve, structure strong, posture is erect, spinal cord is relaxed. So the spinal cord comes to the brain, travels down here, it's nice and big and fat, relaxed, energy pours through there like a waterfall. So here's the energy of the brain, controlling all the organs, energy pours through there right here. It's going to pour through your spine and circulate through your body. That's been referred to as the arc of life. Do you know, can you see why that's been referred to as the arc of life?
Yeah.
Why?
Because all the energy that flows through the body has to flow through there.
Right, all the energy has to flow through his body, has to flow through there. You can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've lost 110% of that arc. So it's called laying the rock at the bottom. So here's what I would do. When you tell somebody something really intense, then you want to let it, you got to see how it lands on them. This is a coaching, life coaching term. You got to watch how it lands. So basically what I say, hey, here's the arc. This is basically how your body stays healthy. You've lost it all. Is that pretty intense? So what I do is when I'm about to give an intense statement, I want to create emphasis. What do you do with your speech patterns?
Slow it down.
Slow down.
Don't move.
Pause, emphasize the tone. So I'd say, you've lost 110% of that arc. Then you have to be comfortable with silence. So notice I said, you've lost 110% of the arc. Now with eye contact, what I don't want to do is go back and forth like this because then I become shifty. I don't want to create shifty eye contact. So I have sustained eye contact and sustained eye contact. Right? So I look at him. You lost 110% of the arc. I'm watching how he's receiving it. He's going to move according to what he's thinking. He's saying, yeah, looking around. Then I look at him. As soon as I look at him, what's that mean? He feels obligated to respond. How did he respond? Started shaking his head, yes. But what they haven't done is have their internal conversation. So he's going to look at him, he's going to look at him, they're going to look at each other, one's going to look at me, the other one's going to look at the x-ray, another one's going to look at me, the other one looks at the x-ray, looks back at him, they're going to have this internal conversation. You have to allow the internal conversation, because they're actually talking to each other without verbalizing. Does that make sense? You never, how often? Never interrupt an internal conversation between spouses. What they're actually doing is influencing each other. Okay? So, look at them, look at me, go back, blah, 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 comes back to me, thank you very much. As they gaze into each other's eyes. Okay, that's good enough. So what you do is say, now what this means is the structure is weak. Your posture is distorted. What I just do to my speech pattern. What I do with my body language. I'm teaching them with my body. Posture is distorted. And the spinal cord has to stretch to fit into that weak and distorted structure. So it's like taking a rubber band and stretching it. That's what's happening in your spinal cord. It's under a lot of tension. So when you stretch a rubber band, it's get looser or tighter. It's get thicker or thinner. It gets thinner. So when your spinal cord is tense and it's smashed, those nerves are getting smashed together, energy can't move through a system that's under that much tension, stress, and compression. So what am I really saying? You're screwed. So if you're telling somebody you're screwed, you're going to go, hey man, you're screwed. You're going to go, I can break it to you. But you're screwed. Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you have some compassion? So when you're telling them this, man, have some compassion. Do you believe when you're telling them this that it's a fact? Or do you believe they're learning how their body's getting sick? If you really believe they're learning their body's getting sick, then talk to them like you believe it. Because if you're spinning it out like a fact, I go, because why? Because I'm memorizing the script and I'm just so excited I remember the rubber band analogy in my script. And I sit there and go, finally I freaking remembered that because I forgot it last time. You go, well, you have to stretch like a rubber band, so it's get looser or tighter. Does it get thicker or thinner? Energy can't move through a system that's tight and smashed. Are you going to take me seriously in that time? Not really, but if I go, energy doesn't move. Look at my face. I hate to break it to you. Where the system, the most important system in your body, is tense. There's tension and stress. And it's getting nerves getting smashed and compressed together. Can't move through there. Okay? So if here's your brain and here's your body, what's the bridge? If here's your brain and here's your body, Rob, what's the bridge? Okay? We look at your neck, right? In this structure, energy's pouring through here, and this one is like a dam in a river. It's stuck right there. Okay? But instead, now it's going to move much slower, isn't it? Energy should be pouring through there like that, but right now, it's jammed. So what am I doing? I'm helping them embody it. What are they going to remember? They're going to remember all what they feel. They're going to remember this and this. What are they going to remember? What's making really the biggest impression? You have to explain it with their body. They have to understand it with their body. That's why we don't want to sit. So if you don't touch them and you only explain things, what percent influence does words have?
7.
Do you ever feel like you're failing 93% sometimes no matter what you say? People don't get it? That's because you are. Because words only have 7%. What has the most influence?
Physiology.
What percent?
55.
So why don't I just touch them? This isn't that smart. I mean, you don't have to be that smart to figure that out. You just have to understand what it means. Right? So what are you going to do? Say, touch them.
Touch them.
So it's jammed right here. So how's the energy going to get from the brain through your spine, through your neck, and your body? Is it going to get through there right now?
Oh, no.
No. Is it going to get through there? No. But all that should answer the question directly. But all these organs are dependent on energy to keeping your body alive and healthy. Rob, are your organs getting energy and need to stay healthy? Are his organs getting energy and need to stay healthy? No. Then here's where you plug in the consultation. That's why you have 16 different health problems. Now, when you go back to step 3 of the consultation, is impression. What's step 3?
Impression.
What impression did you have? What was their emotional condition? What was their pain and suffering? Emotional pain and suffering. Right? So I'd say as well, that's why ever since that accident, your body's been getting weaker. You're losing confidence in your health. Even at such a young age, your immune system's weak. You have 16 different health problems. Right? You're getting injured when you work out. It's all the things we talked about yesterday. Your body is just getting weaker and weaker every year. Isn't that what you told me yesterday? Yeah. So when you hear that that's the way he feels about himself and his body. See, who's he becoming?
Therapist.
Yeah, who's he becoming? Subluxated.
Oh.
Right? And I'd say, so first of all, I'd say, what's the coaching question? What's the default coaching question? How do you
Feel about that.
So how do you feel? Scared. Right? So you'd say, how do you, when you hear your wife / partner or whatever it is, say that he's scared about the direction his body and his health are going, the rate at which it's breaking down, how do you feel?
Be scared.
So right now, both of you are scared for your health. Okay. Well, and now I'd say from here, here's what's even scarier. So what I do is I pause right there. Because you gotta let the rock hit the bottom. What did they both say?
We're scared.
They're scared. Would that be a good thing just to sit in for a little bit? So if he said they're scared and I immediately went to the next thing, what did I just take away? The feeling. I took away the feeling. So right there, I would pause. And I would just sit there and nod my head yes. Now here's where you have to be comfortable with silence. Be what?
Comfortable with silence.
Right. So let me go through that again, just to repeat. I said, how do you feel? I feel scared. How do you feel when you say that? I feel scared too. So I'd say, so you both are scared of your health. You would agree? So he was nodding, but he wasn't nodding as big as he was nodding. So that's why I added that statement. Because that's not enough. I want some of this. I want to give me some big emotion. I want some meat to chew on. Just don't throw me a bone or a little scraps, right? I want something significant. So I'd say, here's what's even scarier. Since they gave me that word, now remember NLP presupposition. A great communicator always uses the communication he's given. What did they give me? Scared. So what do? Use it. Here's why you're scared. Scared becomes part of our rapport now. That becomes part of my vocabulary.